My mic was muted. Okay, so I wanted to come on here and just share an empowering message specifically centered around scaling our business, getting a balance between our heart and profitability. So this morning, thank you, Adrienne Johnson. Shout out to Adrienne. I was in her group, Springboard Society, and we were chatting about scaling our business, prepping it for scaling in relation to having a course. And then after that, I wound up being in a networking group, and we were talking about just our wins, what we were excited about for this year, what we were excited about for the future. And what I really appreciated, the question that was asked to me was, what were some of the things that I overcame this year, right? And what do I want to kind of let go of in 2021? And I kind of want to share that and how that's in relation to scaling my business, scaling your business, and keeping that balance between your heart and profitability. So one of the things that I said that I was very thankful for this year was that I did not give up. Okay. I would have to say that pivoting my business and scaling it and scaling a new brand is not for the faint of heart. It was no joke. Okay. The mindset trash that came in. I mean, like the work I had to do to reevaluate who I was, what my God-given purpose is, and that the calling that I have, hey, Eleanor, the calling that I have is meant for me, and that I need to stick with that. Like, I had to really come through like a full, like almost like an awakening, almost stepping into this new Jasmine of 2020. So to make the decision to pivot, I knew I needed to make this change. And I didn't anticipate how difficult it was going to be. So one, I'm glad I didn't give up. This is what I'm going to change for 2021, is that I'm going to trust myself more. And I think we all need to do that more. We need to trust ourselves. So what's happening for many of us as business owners, especially now with all the changes going on, is that we don't trust ourselves enough. We're letting our ego make these false narratives, and then we don't get ourselves organized. We don't step into our role as CEO and make the tough decisions, and then we want to give up. Okay? And like in that conversation today, like I said, like I am like one of the most dramatic people in my business. So if something goes wrong, I'm like, oh, woe is me. Like, I'm gonna fail, and I don't know if any one of y'all are like that, but like I am so very much like that when it comes to my business and achieving my goals. So let's talk about scaling and what that means to me and what I want to see change in regards to growing businesses in 2021 and to see more of that. For me, scaling and growing your business can be done without having overwhelm. And you're going to have some points in your business that you are, okay, you're a drama queen too. Yay for the drama queens. Total drama queen in my business. When it comes to things not working out, right? But anyway, we want to be able to scale our business without the overwhelm, and we can do that. And I want you to keep the focus on that and know that it's possible. There's a culture of constantly grinding and grinding and grinding and grinding. And sometimes I fall prey to that. And although I talk about scaling your business and I mentioned the profit aspect of it and like building revenue, is because for so many years in my business, I was focused on my heart, because that's what I lead with. Being a heart-centered entrepreneur, serving, and how can I How can I help you? How can I make you win? How can I serve you, serve you, serve you? And I was so focused on that. And there wasn't even an inkling or thought about the profitability or the systems I was building in my business. And so although I was doing all that heart-centered work, I was burnt out. I was struggling. So one of the key things is that if you are choosing business ownership as your way of making a difference in the lives of people that you meet, you're sharing your expertise, you're going out there and you're putting yourself out there and you're making yourself visible. Understand that as you're hearing the messages from biz gurus, as they're sharing their messages and they're sharing the things that work best for them, at the end of the day, you still need to choose what's best for you. You still need to trust yourself as you are stepping into this CEO role. And never forget that, because it's not me that is going to be the head of your business. It's not your mama, your father, your husband, your wife, I don't know, your children, whoever else you got in your life. They're not going to be the ones that are in that CEO seat. And so as you're listening and you're hearing that information, we're all sort of like, you're going to be juggling multiple things. So yes, you need to be making goals and revenue. Yes, I talk about that. Set the goal, map out what that's going to look like annually, quarterly, monthly, right? Weekly, map that out. Okay. Once you got that mapped out, see how your offers, fall into that. Okay. But after you get clarity on what you need in order to conquer that goal that's going to lead you to make greater impact, don't forget that purpose. Don't forget that you're dealing with human beings. Don't forget that. And that you are dealing with people who have had trauma in their life, that you're dealing with people who want more in their life. Like, let's think about the bigger picture. So yes, we want to scale and grow and get the money, but don't forget about your purpose. I had a discovery call with a business owner that made me realize how important it is that we stay centered on that purpose and that bigger reason of why we're doing things, not for just profitability, but the heart aspect. And so in this call, this discovery call, the entrepreneur showed up late. No apology. There was a disruption in the call on their part, whatever was going on in their home. No acknowledgement, right? And then you can tell their energy was off. And when they continued with me, their energy immediately shifted mine. Immediately. There was a distraction in my call. One little distraction. I handled theirs with grace. They didn't handle mine with grace. In fact, they checked me. Are you ready to handle this call? Or, you need to make sure you're distracted. And I wasn't the one that was late. I wasn't the one that had someone come in our conversation and they were gone for a minute or so in that conversation. Didn't apologize for that. Yet their energy was off. That is when you meet business owners that have forgotten the heart, the purpose of why they do what they do. They're simply looking at people as a number. And although it may feel great, and although they may be able to grow and get all these numbers, is it truly sustainable? After a while, when you lose that touch, right? Is your business truly centered around some values that are going to create a true legacy? Like, I don't ever want to be a business owner that's solely focused on the profitability, right? I'll have my challenges. That's right. If that means I have to grow a little bit slower just to maintain my integrity and to make sure that when the people experience me, my people, my clients, my community, when they experience me, they are going to feel that someone cared about them. That's important. So I want to encourage you, as you scale your business, find that balance. And that was a discussion that we had this morning with an amazing animal healer. She does work with animals and individuals. And she was talking about how we should, when you focus too much on the profit, it takes away from the purpose. And then you want to focus on the purpose, that takes away from the profitability. It's a juggling. It's a juggling act, and you've got to understand that that's going to come. But as you are genuinely assessing your business day to day, check in with that. And if you find that you're running yourself ragged, which is what I think I encountered when I had this call with this individual, understand that if you don't take that moment, right, to either do some healing work of yourself, to get the energy off of whatever else that you're dealing with, that's going to translate into your business. It will turn people off. And that's not the kind of business I want to make. And I know that many of you don't want to be the same way as well. So a part of scaling our business and finding the balance between our heart and making sure it's profitable is also taking that time to chill the heck out, So in the roughest part of my pivot in 2020, I decided to take a break. I decided to go rest. I decided to get away from social media. I decided to get away from everything and rest. That's where my clarity came. And then I expanded. I had hired so that I can find the help I needed so I can fully step into my CEO role and start building towards something that makes me happy, something that creates a legacy for my family, something that helps me maintain my desires, something that helps me maintain my values and what's important to me. So I wanted to share that with you all today because I felt called to talk about it, and I've had these experiences this year as I'm leveling up. I just hired someone to do my website for the first time, y'all. I'm so excited. You're going to see my website done by someone else, which is exciting to me. As I'm scaling and teaching, as I'm scaling my own business and teaching others to scale theirs, I'm looking for other ways to level up. And I'm looking to collaborate with other experts to help me level up my own brand. And you're going to do the same. So I hope that as you are planning out your 2021 and you are setting up that business foundation, right, to achieve these big goals that you have for 2021 and beyond, that you keep in mind that the reason why you started your business is what's going to help you stay in it. And that as you build that structure for your business and you consider your client and customer experience, you really maintain those values that have brought you to where you are. I mean, it's a beautiful thing. And you can be a heart-centered, a purpose-led entrepreneur, an introvert like myself, and have a business you love and have a business that impacts people in a beautiful way that leaves a wonderful legacy for years to come. I want to invite you all to my free Facebook group, y'all. I have a goal. I said 500 people. I was really tripping, but if I can get to 300 people by the end of December 31st, I'll be a happy woman. So I am going to extend a warm, very warm invitation for you. If you're an entrepreneur that is building your business, a service-based entrepreneur that wants to scale it without the overwhelm, who wants to scale it and learn some practical strategies and steps that you can take to scale your business, whether you're trying to scale to consistent 4-figure months or whether you're trying to scale to consistent 5-figure months and beyond. We want you in there because we're going to love up on those who are just starting their business. We're going to love up on those who have some systems in place, but they're a little funky, right? They're kind of disconjointed. Oh, thank you, Aikisha. I said 500, but I'm like, I don't know. That may be a little too much. Like 300 would be good, right? If you are you are at the 5K mark and now you're like trying to get the systems and your team handled so that you can scale, like we want you in the group. Join that Facebook group, y'all. Please join that Facebook group. That's my big audacious goal. I want to get to 500, right? That would be awesome. I'm tracking it and it's growing every single day. So if you're a biz owner, join my group. If you've got some biz owner friends that you know are heart-centered, they're chill, okay? They want to grow their business, please come in. And I want experts to join too, because just this month, I'm having experts coming in because I'm not going to be teaching this month. And so it would be great if you're an expert, go ahead, come in, because at some point in time, I may ask you and say, hey, can you help me out and be able to teach on your expertise as it pertains to what you do in scaling your business so that we can all make a difference in the communities that we serve. So this has been great talking with you. I'm going to drop the link in for you to join my Facebook group. And I hope to see you in there. I hope to continue to learn and help and support each of you. So have an awesome day. Join that Facebook group. I'll see y'all around. Bye.